And fresh details on the GITMO 2 detainees have revealed that the UNHCR had no knowledge on the refugee status of the 2 Yemenis until the Foreign Affairs Minister appeared in Parliament. Now, TV3 sources at the UNHCR have confirmed that despite the international twist, the 2 detainees UNHCR did not know about their status. Meanwhile, the Ghana Refugee Board has confirmed their refugee status as far back as 2016. Now, sources at the board have indicated the 2 Yemenis have been given an urban refugee status. Details are also emerging that Ghana is not bearing any financial commitment to the Yemenis as long as they live in Ghana. Sources at the board have pointed to Ghana only providing security for the 2 as they comfortably reside here. The 2 Yemeni detainees were brought into Ghana after the U.S. had arrested them in Afghanistan over terrorism charges. They were later taken from the Guantanamo Bay prisons where they were cleared and declared low risk. And I have here, joining me this afternoon in the studio, is Dr. Clement Apak. Good afternoon, Doc, and thanks for your time. He's MP for Bosa South and also a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee in Parliament.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon to viewers. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, I just spoke about the UNHCR take on the refugee status of these 2 detainees here in our country. What's your take on it?
Well, first of all, I think it is very important that we put this matter into perspective. I'm here to verify what you have found out from the UNHCR. But what we know is that as members of Parliament, we did what we had to do, which is to ratify the agreement between the government of Ghana and the government of the United States, as per a verdict by the Supreme Court. But I think the debate, as of now, as presented by the sector minister, has to do with 2 issues.
She talks about which is, because it did just end there, that it had been ratified and the rest is history.
Well, as far as we know, yes, because I have with me a letter from the minister to Parliament on the need for us to ratify the agreement. And I also have the committee report of Foreign Affairs, of which I am a member. Because usually when these matters come to the House, Speaker certainly will refer that matter to the appropriate committee to look at and present a report based on which a final decision is made. So if you look at the content of the letter from the ministry, and you look at the content of the report from my committee, the excuses that we claim are being made by the current government as presented by the minister certainly are not tenable. There is nothing in the letter that she wrote to Parliament or the report that we ratified that contravenes what we all know to have been the process. I mean, so when you make the claim, for example, that as part of the agreement, measures were to be taken to integrate them into Ghanaian society, that is not new. It has always been part of it.
Now, a focus to what I was talking about, now, which you have mentioned that, of course, you're not aware about it. Now, you are a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. You're an MP and you represent Ghanaians in your constituency. And this GITMO issue came up and there were several talk about it. Some Ghanaians did even express fear. Here we have the UNHCR saying that they don't know about their status as refugees. And then in one thing, the Ghana Refugee Board says that they do have them as refugees. Why do we still have some bit of uncertainty?
Well, if you ask me, it certainly demonstrates the laziness on behalf of the current government, particularly the ministries that should know about this. Because truly, if they had done due diligence, I mean, we are speaking about a situation that, by and large, it began with our government and spilled over to the current government.
Now, your government, let me hold you there before you continue on add up. Let me hold you there. Now, your government granted them refugee status. And for some persons or Ghanaians at large, this is news.
It cannot be news.
Why?
On several bases.
Was it made public?
Because even yesterday, during the debate, those who knew about this, including the former Deputy Attorney General, the Honorable Dr. Dominic Ayine, he raised doubts about the claim that the minority is.
But was it made public then, during your government?
That is why I'm saying.
You haven't answered my question.
He raised doubt.
Is it a yes or no? Was it made public?
At the time that they were conferred this refugee status, at the time that this refugee status is claimed to have been conferred upon them, we are even contested. So until they provide us with the content of the handing over note,
I asked a question that during your government,
it never came up, even when this government brought the agreement to Parliament for us to ratify. They never mentioned it. And the point I'm making is this.
But were you aware of it?
The point I am making is this. You have been in government since January 7, 2017. You have access to the Minister for Interior belongs to this government. The Minister for Foreign Affairs belongs to this government. The Minister for National Security belongs to this government. All of the agencies certainly are assigned to one sector minister or the other. Do they mean to tell me that they did not do due diligence to find out the total conditions under which the people were in Ghana before they brought this to Parliament for us to ratify? So yes, they have also been very lazy. If they didn't take the time to dot their I's and cross their T's, and then to come after the fact.
But did you finish dotting your I's and crossing your T's?
Well, that is, we handed over as a government, so it then became their responsibility, and that is why.
Did you finish that part?
We did it. Obviously, we didn't. If we had finished,
if you did, I'm sure some of these things wouldn't have come up.
The point I'm making is, if we had finished, it wouldn't have been our responsibility to bring the agreement to Parliament for ratification. This is it. There is nowhere. And this is what they brought under the signature of the sector minister. So the point I'm making is this. It is their responsibility
Dr.
to
Bakal,
have known
the
full content.
I will hold you there,
agreement.
and then we'll discuss some other matters while you came
so by and large, they are lazy.
Studio.
They should have dotted their I's and crossed their T's.
Newspaper has